Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another episode of ReaperCast. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of new cards here, definitely really interesting. Not only are we getting new cards announced in Dawn of Majesty, but we're also getting some Cyber Dragon style cards as well being revealed to us. So we have here two cards revealed for the Cyber Dragon structure deck that's actually coming out soon. So with that being said, the first card here is called Attachment Sideburn, level 3 light dragon effect monster, 1600 attack, 800 defense. You can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect, you can target one dragon or machine cyber monster you control, equip this card from your hand or field to that target. Second effect, a monster equipped with this card gains 600 attack. Third effect, if this card equipped to a monster is sent to the graveyard, you could target one other dragon or machine cyber monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Not too particularly amazing of a card, but definitely something that I find to be quite fun to actually incorporate into the deck. I mean, it helps meet the requirements for it. The next card we have here is Eternal Cyber, a quick play spell card. The first and second effects can only be used once per turn. First effect, target one machine cyber fusion monster in your graveyard, either return it to the extra deck or special summon it, ignoring its summoning conditions. Definitely really nice there. I do like that particular card for the fact that, you're ignoring summoning conditions. I think that's actually really amazing. Second effect, if a machine cyber fusion monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you could banish this card from your graveyard instead. Definitely really fantastic. You could use both effects on the same turn, and the first effect is already really good alone, but the second effect is just this added bonus as well, so definitely fantastic. However, the structure deck is also going to be confirming reprints here for Cyber Dragon Via, Cyber Dragon Nashta, Cyber Dragon Core, Hers, we have here Cyber Dark Cannon, Cyber Dark Claw, and we're also getting Cyberload Fusion and Cyber Dark Impact as reprints as well. Absolutely amazing, though I'm a little bothered at the fact that they reprinted cards like Nashta and Cyberload Fusion, given that they were recently reprinted in the Legendary Duelist Season 2, and doing that kind of renders that particular set pointless because of the fact that, well, if we're getting this, then what's the point of even buying the Legendary Duelist Season 2? It's kind of, I don't know, it's something that kind of bothers me to a certain degree, but I understand that they're making it easier for you to actually be able to build the deck right away. Moving on here, we have a new Live Twins card, Troubled Sun. So this is actually coming out in Dawn of Majesty. Very soon to see that Live Twins are already getting some new support, but hey, that's always good to hear anyway. It's a continuous spell card and you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. When this card resolves, you can add one live twin monster from your deck to your hand. So right off the bat, it's a searcher, definitely really amazing. However, a second effect, each time your opponent normal or special summons a monster while you control an evil twin monster, gain 200 life points, and if you do, inflict 200 damage to your opponent. Definitely really odd because that sounds like a trickster card effect, but you know what, I'm not going to complain about that. The first effect is already amazing on its own. However, moving on here, we have something that is definitely quite interesting. So this is actually cards that are coming from Sherry LeBlanc's deck, which is definitely really cool, of course, because Sherry was a character from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. He's definitely a really old series now, and it's just really awesome to see that her cards are finally actually coming out here in the TCG. So we're actually getting a special set here called Animation Chronicle 2021, so it must be some kind of special set that's celebrating something, but yeah, definitely really nice here. So let's just go over each of these cards. So the first card we have here is called Noble Knight's Shieldbearer, level 4 light warrior effect monster, 800 attack and 1300 defense, and the first and second effects can only be used once per turn each. First effect, if this card is normal summoned or special summoned, you could banish one light monster in your graveyard, draw one card. Second effect, you could banish this card from your hand or face up field, add one level 6 or lower wind beast monster from your deck to your hand. So don't get confused by Winged Beast. This is a wind attribute beast monster, so definitely just reading off the words there definitely did kind of extend a bit too much, but yeah, you guys get it. It's definitely quite an interesting card. I do like the first effect already on its own, but seeing the second effect as well, definitely really fantastic. Next here we have Horse of the Floral Knights, level 3 wind beast effect monster, 400 attack, 800 defense. First effects can only be used once per turn, so if this card is summoned, you can add one light noble knight monster from your deck to your hand. Second effect, once per turn you could fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials, including this card on the field. Definitely really nice. Seeing fusions is definitely really odd for a deck that I would expect to be more focused around synchros, but you know what, if there's more variety, I have no complaints. Moving on, we have Noble Knight Spearholder, a level 2 light warrior effect monster, 800 attack and 400 defense. The first and second effects can be used only once per turn each. First effect, if this card is summoned, you could target one level 8 or lower monster you control. Until the end phase, it becomes Flow Synchron. Also, it is treated as a tuner. Definitely really amazing, of course, because the whole deck itself will go into your Chevalier de Fleur, and it requires a Flow Synchron. Second effect, you contribute this card and add one equipped spell from your deck to your hand. Definitely really nice effect there, so it gives you another additional option if you actually need to. However, moving on here, we do have a fusion monster. It's called Centaur Mina, level 6 light beast warrior fusion effect monster, 2200 attack, 1600 defense. Requires one light warrior monster plus one beast monster. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. First effect, during your main phase you could special summon one level 2 or lower monster from your hand or graveyard. Second effect, once per turn when your opponent activates a trap card during your turn. Quick effect, you can negate the activation. If you do, set that card. Third effect, if this card is sent to the graveyard as a synchro material for a wind warrior monster, you could destroy one face-up monster on the field. Definitely really nice effects. It kind of gives you this option to further extend from the first effect. The second effect is more of a disruption, and finally the third effect is just an additional, well, gimmick that they actually have, or something to again disrupt in a manner of speaking. However, moving on to some spell support now, we have Echolay Dezone, a field spell card. The first effect of this card's name can only be used once per turn. So if the turn player summons exactly one monster, destroy that card, and if you do, special summon one mask token, Spellcaster Dark level 1, attack and defense ? To the destroyed monster's controller's field. Its attack and defense becomes the attack and defense of the destroyed monster that had on the field, but it cannot attack directly. Second effect, if this face-up card leaves the field, destroy all mask tokens on the field. Definitely really nice because this card is mainly just giving you more resources. I mean, yeah, sure, you're actually giving your opponent resources as well, which is not great in that sense, but if it allows you to somehow just extend your plays, then I think that's no big deal. For the final support here, we have Soulbinding Gate, a field spell card again. Activate this card if you control no monsters and set spell traps you control that was destroyed by a card effect this turn. Definitely really nice there, just to recover everything. Wow, that's really good. So its main effect here is during the main phase, if exactly one monster is summoned whose attack is lower than your life points and zone is in your graveyard, destroy that monster, and if you do, take 800 damage, then inflict 800 to your opponent. Not particularly too amazing, it's mainly the first effect that allows you to just reset everything, which is very nice. And finally, we have here a reprint for Isolde, Two Tales of the Noble Knights, which is kind of expected in this particular case here, so that's definitely very nice. But of course, now we're going to move on to the final card we're talking about today. It's called Synchro Overtake, coming out in Dawn of Majesty. It's a normal spell card, and you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Reveal one synchro monster in your extra deck and add it to your hand, or special summon one of the synchro materials whose name is specifically listed on that card from your deck or graveyard. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn you activate this card, except for synchro monsters. Very nice support for a synchro focused deck, and quite appropriate as well, given that we just talked about the Fleur cards, or we talked about Sherry LeBlanc's cards. This card is definitely something that would be quite desired here. However, with that being said, this was pretty much it for today's video. We're talking about here a lot of cards, definitely really amazing. Might be a bit overwhelming for you guys as to whether or not it's worth buying any of these particular cards, because they're all from different sets. You have some from Dawn of Majesty, some from the structure deck, and then you of course have some that's also coming out in a separate new set as well. So definitely very exciting, but tell me what your thoughts are on this. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely drop a like, share, subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell notification. But of course, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you all next time.